What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to The Hub on LATV, the show where we curate your feed so that you don't have to. I'm Natasha Martinez. This is my awesome co-host, Bruno Seros-Ulloa.
Yes,
And it's been a minute, right? What's
it
up?
has. I was just saying how it's nice because we get to do the show and we also get to catch up,
Yeah.
and we're still in quarantine, so the Zoom never stops.
The Zoom never stops, but the Hub from home is always a great idea.
It is, and we have some great tips while we're still at home because we got to get outside. So we're checking for you
Mhm.
as always, and I've been hiking. I got to admit it. I've been on some hikes
It's
because
been so much fun to just go outside and breathe some fresh air that's not circulating in our apartments or homes.
yeah, I'm not sure about the air that's circulating, but the fresh air is good. I was not a big hiker. I don't know about you. I definitely exercised and went to the gym and did some cardio before this, but I've been going on a lot more runs and hikes
Hmm.
because not only does it feel good to work out, but it just feels good to explore and experience the outdoors the more we're confined to our home environment. So, have you been on any more hikes? How's that been for you?
Yeah, I think that the stay-at-home orders have just forced me to seek out things to do in nature, which is not a bad thing at all. Like if I can keep up just exploring things to do outside, like once things start getting handled, better out here, then I'm good with that habit. So I've been doing more hikes. I've been running outside more. I actually just canceled my gym membership. Not that I was gonna go anyways, because I'm not there yet. Like I don't trust the gyms. But I've found my little running route around my neighborhood. I've gone to the Griffith hike, passing by the observatory, the Hollywood sign, and there's an amazing hike in Malibu called Point Doom. It is beautiful. Have you ever heard of it?
I have. I have never been. I think at Point Doom, the one you're talking about. But where is it? Like deep in Malibu? Where is it?
Yeah, it's pretty deep in Malibu. It's kind of close to Zuma Beach,
Okay.
but it's nice because it's a really short hike. It's probably less than a mile and a half. It's nothing rigorous. It's more just like scenic and really great to get outside. So it was actually the first outdoor activity like that I had participated in since LA reopened like the first time, whenever that was, because that seems like forever ago. But just went up, took a hike around the mountain, and the awesome thing is there's a boardwalk that goes around the mountain, so you feel like you're just like on the edge of the world. I saw sea lions, I saw dolphins. I just felt like I was in another part of California, and it
Whoa.
was so gorgeous. So definitely 10 out of 10 recommend.
Wow. That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I've I need to get farther out there. I've been exploring also in Malibu, but like closer to the Topanga side. There's a hike basically that's you kind of go up Las Flores, right? You know where Duke's Malibu is?
Hmm.
You go up the opposite way and there's this incredible kind of like pathway, and during the spring, not anymore, but during the spring, the whole hike is lined with butterflies. So on either side of you there's just like butterflies flying all around you, and you feel like you're just like at Disneyland. It's a bizarre
So cute.
experience. And then you get all the way up to the top, and there's again, it's not a long hike either.
Mhm.
Highly recommend for those of you out there. I think if you just look up Las Tunas Canyon, I think it's,
Tuna. Okay.
and yeah, so you go and it's like probably like a mile or two hike, and then there's this platform that's all graffiti. The whole thing is just free for any artist to come and graffiti. So the whole thing is, and people work out there. They do like cardio up there or whatever, but it gives you a
Yeah.
360 view of LA. So you can see the ocean, downtown, Calabasas, Thousand Oaks, like the whole.
That is so beautiful. Okay, I'm definitely checking that out.
Yeah,
Las Tunas,
Las
right?
Tunas. Las
Tuna.
Tunas.
I'm so going there. I love it. But speaking of the trails, there is one little check-in for you nugget that I'd like to share with everyone.
Yeah.
There's an app called All Trails that you can just download for free. And it basically finds all of the open trails in your area. It will tell you exactly the distance. It will tell you if it's easy to hard, and even show you photos of the trail along the way so that you don't feel like you're getting lost along the way.
Oh, that's
It is
amazing.
clutch. So definitely All Trails, check it out.
All
And this is not a
trails.
sponsored ad.
Yeah, yeah, but it could be all trails if you're listening.
All Trails, hit us up.
We got a lot more coming for you on Scroll Control. Keep it locked on the hub.
Welcome back to the Hub on LA TV. I'm Natasha. This is Bruno. And you know what time it is. It is time for Scroll Control.
We're scrolling down the feed, as always, and we're kicking it off with Barbados, one of the most tropical paradises on the planet. A lot of people are struggling, feeling very isolated in this quarantine. So why struggle when you can be in paradise? And Barbados is struggling themselves because 40% of their economy is based on tourism. Obviously, they're not getting the tourism that is normally happening around this time of year. So
yeah, summertime is not happening over there.
No, yeah. So they're basically saying, give us $2,000 and we'll give you a visa for 12 months. And they'll also give you a break on hotel stays or housing, whatever that may be. You pay no income taxes. What do you think? Would you take them up on this tropical paradise?
I mean, I think in theory it sounds awesome being in Barbados for an extended amount of time. You don't have to pay the tax. You get a little break on some of the room and board. But given that this quarantine has just gone on for so long, I think I might get over it quickly.
Yeah.
Of course, it'll be gorgeous. You have the beaches. You can probably experience more of like a summer vacation if that's what you wanted to do in 2020. And then it got ripped away from your plans. But I think I might just feel like I need to be home. And then are the borders open to come back from Barbados? Like, do you have to stay there for an extended period of time? I don't know. But then again, the grass is always greener, right? When life is normal, we're just like, oh, I wish I was in paradise right now.
Totally. There was actually a music festival that started before the pandemic in Panama, and then it was on a private kind of piece of land on this island. And the pandemic started, and they wouldn't let anybody off the island.
Oh my gosh.
It's like my worst nightmare. You know what I mean? It's like
that sounds like the start of a horror movie.
Right. It almost was, but luckily everyone's home safe now, and it's all good. But speaking of festivals, a lot of festivals have gone virtual, and I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, as you know, Coachella got canceled.
Yeah.
Lightning in a Bottle got canceled. Life is Beautiful got canceled. How do you feel about the whole virtual thing? I feel like festivals are such an in-person experience, and it's very vital to be there to feel the collective energy.
Yeah.
And I don't feel it the same way after tuning into some of these virtuals. What do you think?
Yeah, I am in complete agreement with you on the in-person experience. I was actually a part of the DC fandom experience that they did virtually. And, you know, they have like interviews with people, they have panels, they have the sneak peeks in the trailers. But I agree, the fun part about, especially something like a Comic-Con, it's being with your community. It's like connecting with the people that nerd out the way that you do, whether, like I said, Comic-Con or even a music festival. You are just interacting. It's probably, I would say, 70% of the fun, besides like the events that go on or the music that you enjoy. So, you know, obviously like social media and Zoom and just all these virtual experiences, you're still connecting, but it's not in the same way. And speaking of connecting, you don't want to connect too much that you're in an entanglement. And that is the big word. I think at the end of 2020, it's going to be just entanglement is going to survive the entire year. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it is Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk. Really, it's just Jada's Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
She got into an entanglement with August Alsina. He
Which
said
she
that
fully denied in the beginning.
fully denied.
Denied it.
He said that he was in a full-blown relationship with her. He said that he could die happy knowing that they loved each other, and that Will had given them permission to have this side relationship. So of course Jada comes on her Red Table Talk show, and it was her that needed to answer some questions. And I gotta say, if anyone looks at me the way that Will Smith looked at Jada Pinkett Smith in that video, I will just feel so just broken. But I guess that's the point of the Red Table Talk. You bring out your broken selves to come back together.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch it, Bruno? Were you all in that hot tea?
I did. It was hard to watch, honestly, because I felt bad for Will. I felt bad for August. I think I feel the worst for August because they lied about it, and then it really happened, and I think he was just played. You know what I mean? He just got completely played and was just a pawn in this Smith family PR stunt.
So you think it was a PR stunt?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if the relationship was, but I think what happened following that was there might have been real feelings between August and Jada, but I think Jada is one of these Kris Jenner types who masterminds things and is always thinking 6 chess moves ahead, because in a way you kind of have to have the presence and the power that she has in Hollywood. You got to be mover and shaker and always be a few steps ahead of the game. So
yeah, I can definitely see that. It was just so weird to see this married couple like go through their entanglement of their own. I have respect for them staying together, being in love, showing an example of a different type of relationship, because not all relationships are the same. But it definitely was meme worthy. And speaking of PR stunts, August Alsina came out with his own single afterwards called Entanglement.
it's true.
And it's a banger. It was so good.
So good.
So I think in a way, I'm sure he was probably hurt because he seemed very genuine in his first interview. Jada's just there like, yeah, it was fine. But he flipped it around and now probably has what will be one of his biggest hits of his career, I would say. I mean, it's definitely the most buzzworthy up until this point. Something to hold on to during this time.
Something. Thank you. We have scrolled.
We have scrolled, yes.
We'll be back soon on the Hub.
You already know what the f going on. You're right here in the friend zone. And today,
yes, sir.
We have a very And we have a very special guest with us, none other than Paloma Mami.
Hey y'all.
And look
you already started cursing, so I know it's gonna be late.
You know what's going on. What's your experience with the friend zone?
I personally, I don't remember. Like,
Good.
I don't know.
It's better that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't recall.
Okay, well, I didn't do a bigger one than that.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Like,
It's heavier than I remember.
Yeah.
What's your pet peeve? Like, what's the one thing that really annoys you in another person?
I have a lot of pet peeves, man. Damn, I gotta
maybe pick top 3.
Okay.
For all the people out there who don't want to upset Paloma Mami, these are the things to watch out for.
I just I don't like rude people. If a guy's rude, like when girls usually like it used to be a thing where like girls were like into guys that were.
It still is a thing.
I never was like that. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
I would be like, ew, get away. Like, why would people like that? Like, I think
people really like it.
That's a pet peeve of mine. If someone's rude, getting better at it. You feel me?
You feel me? Oh, breakup song. What's like a sad song that you listen to?
Well, I've never had a breakup because like this is my first boyfriend. You feel me?
Wow.
I'm in my first relationship right now.
Shout out.
So.
What's his name? He's here. He's smiling in the back.
Yeah, he's in the corner, like in the darkness right there. His name's Roa.
Hey.
Gilberto.
First and only boyfriend.
Yeah.
Never been friend zoned. Never friend zoned. This is a first in the friend zone share.
Exactly.
Paloma Mami is breaking records.
What's good? But a breakup song, I feel like anything by, Adele, honestly.
Yeah.
She really gets you in your feelings.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be a
who else?
bumping
Janae
Adele.
Aiko, like, I like sometimes, like, you know, I always just listen to her and, like, I just pretend like I go through what she goes through and I have it, you know, I'm like, yo. But it's not, like, it's not the case, you know, in my situation right now, but I just love singing to her.
Yeah.
We already did this.
Craziest fan DM.
Wow.
You probably got some crazy DMs. Do you read your DMs?
I don't read my DMs.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah,
a lot of people,
I really don't know.
A lot of people come on here and tell people that they read every single DM, and then it's surprising, honestly.
Okay, yeah, actually I have before it was before I was famous, so like the feet thing. Yeah, like people like be DMing me like,
your feet.
I'll send you pictures for my money for your feet pics. I'd be like, that is so strange.
Yeah,
like,
that's a really common thing.
Very common?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's very weird. Where can they find you on social media?
Everybody go follow me on Instagram. It's Paloma Mami on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Paloma Mami in the friend zone or no zone.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hub. We're about to get realer than real on Real Talk.
Which is realer than real than real.
The hand motions.
I love it.
We always save the best for last, so we wanted to get very real and a little bit personal this time. Have you or would you quarantine with your significant other? And this is something that a lot of people are dealing with right now. Or thinking about dealing with, or they didn't deal with it and now they're wishing they did. So there are a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I feel like if you were thinking about moving in with your significant other before the stay-at-home orders, this was the perfect crash opportunity to test it out, right? You know, you guys can stay together during the most unprecedented of times. It's extremely stressful. Nobody knows what the future looks like, but you're stuck together and you're kind of forced to survive in these circumstances. And I think that that's when, in a strong relationship, you really see if you have what it takes to keep each other together, or you see that it's just not working out and then you part your ways. So I did not quarantine with my significant other because we are still long distance. That being said, I wish that we would have had, you know, an opportunity to explore that phase of our relationship, but it just didn't work out with work and, of course, staying safe. You know, we're both in hot spots. I see my family a lot. So we've made do with what we could, more extended stays at a period of time. But yeah, I know some friends that have quarantined with their boyfriends and now are, you know, looking for rings, ready to seal the deal. So I have definitely seen it work for people. I don't have any examples of any people that have split up, but I can only imagine that it would cause maybe some couples to reevaluate why they're together. What about you, Bruno?
Well, I have some personal experience. I had planned a trip to Sedona, Arizona with my now ex-girlfriend.
Spoiler alert.
We had planned to go to Sedona on March 15th, which is like right when quarantine started. When we got back to LA, everything was closed.
Yeah.
It was like a total ghost town where I live in Venice. And we realized, like, it's not safe for you to fly home. Like, you know, like, you might as well just stay here. Mm-hmm. And we'd only been dating for about 4 months at the time. So we thought it was a perfect opportunity to be together, because I was also, like you, doing long distance, LA to New York. Mm-hmm. And it started off great. Obviously, we were so happy to be together, and I enjoyed the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially during this time, it's like, you know, I would have gone crazy by myself at the beginning of all this. Yeah. So in a way, she like saved me from myself, because we had this great rapport, and, you know, we'd split the chores. Like, I'd do the dishes and she'd take out the trash, and, you know what I mean? It was like a good
had a system. That's really good.
We had a good buddy system. Toward the end of the quarantine, I kind of realized I didn't see us taking it to the next level And I think it's hard because it's such a different situation. We weren't going on date nights and going out to the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Judge based on that, but it also helps because, you know, if you can't make it through quarantine, then you probably won't be able to make it through marriage or something more serious, you know. I had to make the tough decision and do what I felt was best. So we went our separate ways. We might come back together eventually.
That's the thing. You never know. But proud of you for being mature about it because, like you said, being in quarantine strips away a lot of the social aspects. It strips away the ability to impress on a level, not saying that you're not impressive without all of these things, but generally speaking, you know, you rely on those dates, you rely on those exciting things, and now nobody can experience that. So you're either really getting comfortable with the basics, which is what is the foundation of a relationship, especially one that is going to last, you know, 30 years of marriage, 50 years of marriage. So sometimes when we're dating just in a normal circumstance, we're not thinking about that. We're just like having fun. And this is definitely not a fun time. So, you know, props to you for realizing that this might not be going towards a certain direction. Then what are we doing? But
right. And I think emotionally, I have some more things that I want to solidify on my own. And I think she had some work to do on her own.
Do you know anyone else who has quarantined with their significant other? Did they maybe talk about like losing the spark or getting too comfortable, or if it brought them closer together?
I know a couple people, and I haven't really gone deep into it, but definitely trouble in paradise.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely memes going around the internet where it's like, oh, for all the people that are jealous of those in a relationship during quarantine, like, don't be. It's a lot of arguing.
Oh, wow. Well, this has been informative and emotional and all kinds of good stuff.
Therapy session. I feel really good. And I'm very proud of you, Bruno, and proud of all of you guys out there that are just staying safe, sticking it out in quarantine, and tuning into The Hub. That being said, this wraps up our episode. So don't forget to follow us on social media at The Hub on LATV. Until then, I'm Natasha.
I'm Bruno.
See you next time.
Yeah.